Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tiffany and I upload a new homemaking video every Sunday. Today is my fourth and final episode of my spring cleaning series, and I am deep cleaning my living room. I have a fun little before and after because we added some curtains to this living room, and I think it really changes the vibe. I wasn't sure if I was gonna love it, but I do, so I'm really excited to share that with you. We also have been making some improvements to my favorite piece of furniture. We have a couple more things we need to fix on it, but I am gonna go ahead and show it to you just because I'm excited. So come with me, and hopefully you'll enjoy this as well. To kick off this cleaning day, we went ahead and pretended we were moving out of this room. So I got everything out of the way that could possibly get in our way. Fun little side thing, you're gonna see more of my husband in this video than you have before, so it'll be something a little different for you. Do you guys have designated spots on the sofa? We say we don't, but we actually do, especially this guy.
Yep, there's food remnants in my spot.
Oh yeah.
But we don't
We're gonna do a little home improvement project. We got some curtains to put on this window because our neighbors caught us watching a movie.
Probably one of the raciest movies we've ever watched in our living room.
We were watching 50 Shades of Grey, okay? And yeah, that's what happens. You know, your neighbors find out because you have a window. So we felt a little bit like we didn't have as much privacy as we wanted. So we're gonna hang these curtains. So it's kind of fun. In the interest of doing things in a manner that makes sense, we went ahead and hung up this curtain rod because we knew that drilling through the wall and stuff was just gonna make some more dust, and I didn't want to have to clean twice. It's really interesting, the conversation we ended up having about where to place things, because you don't necessarily go to just the center of the wall. You want to go to where your eyes see center, which for us was the center of the window. And then my husband went ahead and took a lot of measurements to make sure we didn't mess up.
Having a drill with magnetic tip makes it very easy.
And in case you're wondering about hanging up a curtain rod, the order of operations is sort of find your placement, drill a hole in the wall, install anchors, and then install screws.
That'll look good.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'd back up and show you guys, but I can't right now because it'll just disappear.
Why don't you get the curtain on it?
Yeah.
Undo that
I know,
one.
when I get the curtain on it, you'll be able to see it. It's just too bright in here right now. When I'm all done, I'll just come and get you and we can move the sofa back. All right. Once we cleaned up all the tools, I went ahead and got to work cleaning. And it's very important to psych yourself up and do a little fun dance ahead of time. I started out the same way I did with my bedroom, and I vacuumed the walls, and I just tried to get all of the dust and cobwebs out of the way. After that, I just went ahead and wiped everything down, all the trim and the walls where they were dusty. I also got the baseboards as well. After that, I went ahead and started on the window. I love peroxide, I say it all the time, and I want to tell you sort of what my method was here. I used a squeegee that I got for $1 at IKEA, and it's amazing. And I used that to wipe down the window. I have a microfiber cloth with me to wipe down the peroxide that spills down into the windowsill. And then I have an extra microfiber cloth to help rub out any streaks that get on the windows. And to get the screens cleaned, I just vacuumed them and it worked great. And in case you missed this tip in my bedroom spring cleaning video, make sure to wear gloves when you clean windows with peroxide. Wearing gloves to clean is generally good advice. It really does save your hands, especially with how much we're washing them these days. It has been a heroic effort to keep mine from drying out and cracking too much. So these gloves really do help. Once the windows were done, I just vacuumed the floor and got as much of the dust up as I could before we moved the sofa back, and I hung up the curtains. Then I took a dance break. Y'all, I was so excited to see these curtains hung up. It was so much fun to put them on the curtain rod, actually, because I was excited to see them. And I also had to take a little time to play as well. How could you not? This curtain totally reminds me of a motel in Las Vegas from like the 60s. You know how the curtains are? Totally reminds me of that, and I kind of love it. I feel like they would be paisley if we were in Vegas, though. I sped through cleaning up this sofa because I was so excited to see the room all put together. I wanted to move it back so bad, so I just got this done real quick, and then it was time to go and get my husband so we could move the furniture back. I could not be happier with how this room turned out. I feel like the room has a little bit more of a movie theater vibe, and I think the curtains really help tie together the next part of the room that I'm going to show you. So we are going to change gears a little bit and talk about this little record player console that we have, because this was a fun thing for us to bring into our home. And if you are a music lover, this might be something that is interesting to you and something you might want to consider doing for your own home. So we have this really cool piece of furniture from what, the 60s?
60s, 70s, yeah, something
60s, 70s. Our friend gave it to us. It's our favorite. Is it your favorite piece of furniture? It's mine.
It is.
I think it is.
We talked about it for a couple of years of wanting to get an old console stereo unit and kind of bring it up to speed a little bit. This is neat. This is from a good friend of mine. It was sitting in his parents' house. Been sitting in a non-temperature controlled environment for a while, so the finish is a little bit cracked, but it cleaned up pretty decently considering. But the electronics itself were absolutely junk. No good at all, but I wanted to retain that kind of look here. So we have an automation system in the house that controls the TV and the stereo and other things, and I managed to wire things up so that it actually is a functioning piece.
Ooh, show us around. I know that this is messed up over here, but we're gonna fix it.
This was my parents' old turntable, so to fit it into that section there, what would normally have been record storage, I found a small Blu-ray player to be able to fit in there for if we want to play DVDs or Blu-rays. But making this semi-function was the most fun part here. The power button actually sends a signal to the control system. It tells the receiver to change its input in order to be able to play from the record player. And I just recently worked in getting it so the volume control here on the front panel actually controls the volume of the receiver downstairs. One last piece of the puzzle was finding replacement bulbs for this piece right here. Now the side lights light up.
It's awesome! You know, you always hear about being prepared for a bad day, but you never talk about being prepared for a really good day. So that's what we did here. We have each of our celebration drinks. We have our scotch and champagne. And what's the other bottle on the right, honey? Is that scotch too?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 scotches and a champagne. But that's, what would constitute a really good day? Would you say like promotion, new job?
Yeah, I think something along those lines.
My YouTube channel getting monetized. That would be an exciting landmark.
I didn't even realize this is supposed to be a lock, so you can't pull the bottle out. This piece right here.
That's for when you have teenagers.
Luckily, we don't have that problem.
Yeah, no, we don't. Turn it around and
Glasses ready for you to go.
got all our glasses.
Neat. That's a fun piece.
We listen to Pandora all the time through our house sound system, but sometimes, increasingly more often, we like to pull out records and listen to those. What do you like the most about listening to records instead of just digital music?
I guess first of all is it's not listening to an original record, not a remastered record, but the original is how it came out at the time period that it was pressed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of the neatest thing about it.
I feel like when I listen to a record, the people playing are with me. Like I'm in the same room. If you're a big music lover, this is a fun thing to pick up. This one was free. It was sitting, not being used, and we definitely loved it back to life. How complicated was bringing the electricity back? You've been working on it for a long time in bits and pieces, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how complicated would you call this?
I mean, it wasn't terribly complicated. It's really just basic electrical theory stuff. Just using a multimeter in order to be able to determine what contacts on the switch did what, in order for it to basically just close a circuit and open a circuit. It's the back end programming of the automation system that takes far much more know-how than
Well,
the basics here. But I mean, that could have been made just to light up the background without really doing much at all.
Right.
In fact, that actually did work.
Replace the
AM/FM
bulbs.
radio didn't work. A couple of the backlights on this worked. That one had to be replaced. The one behind the stereo indicator, and both of these bulbs behind the side lights there were broken. That's simple. That's just wiring a plug onto the end of the wire and plugging it in. And there's a switch here. So
Oh.
when you close the door.
oh, so it goes off when you close the door?
Yep.
Oh, isn't that handy?
Yeah.
And were those lights broken, honey, or did you have to?
Both the bulbs were busted, and so it was just doing.
It
a
was
little
just the
bit of
bulbs?
research. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a European base bulb because I guess these were manufactured in England.
Mm-hmm.
These units, so
Oh, they were?
uses an E14, which is a 14 millimeter
Okay.
European base screw bulb.
Well then,
It's a little online Google searching,
yeah.
figured out.
We can listen to our Beatles records on it.
Yeah.
Our little British
Or Australian,
or Australian.
or whatever band you desire.
Thank you so much for watching this video today, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun making this video for you today, you guys, and I hope you give it a like if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more of my homemaking videos, and I will see you next Sunday, friends. Bye for now. Mwah.